Welcome back to English from A to Z, English in real life. Have you ever felt like your accent is that last stubborn puzzle piece that just refuses to fit? You know, your grammar is perfect, your vocabulary is on point, but something's still off? Well, today we're going to dive deep into the hidden mechanics of speech and unlock the physical secrets behind that American accent.
It's a super common frustration, isn't it? You've put in all the work, you've mastered the tricky grammar, you've got a great vocabulary, but when you speak, you can still hear that foreign sound. You try to copy the sounds you hear on TV or in movies, but it just never quite clicks. So what's going on?
Well, here's the big reveal. The answer probably isn't about listening harder. The real secret is physical. It's all about retraining the deep, unconscious muscular habits of your mouth, your tongue, and even your throat. It's not about what you hear, it's about what you move.
To really get a handle on this, we kind of have to throw out the old rule book. We need to draw a completely new map for how pronunciation actually works.
And at the center of this new map is an idea called mouth posture. So this framework basically says, stop chasing individual sounds. Instead, you need to see an accent as this foundational physical structure, like a default setting for all the muscles you use to speak. It's the home base your mouth always returns to. I love this quote because it just reframes the entire learning process, right? It means learning an accent isn't just random copying, it's a structured, learnable system. You know, just like a pianist practices scales over and over to build a foundation for any piece of music, mastering a mouth posture gives you the physical foundation for every single sound.
Okay, so if this is a physical foundation, how do we actually build it? Well, it all boils down to three interconnected systems that have to work together perfectly.
So, here are the big three. You've got the tongue system, which does all the shaping for your sounds. You've got the throat system, which is all about managing resonance and space. And then you have the breath system, which powers the whole thing. Now, the real magic, the absolute key to this whole posture, is the deep interaction between the tongue and the throat. So let's zoom in on those two. All right, let's start with the tongue. And for a lot of language learners, this is completely backwards from what they're used to. There's a muscle under your tongue, let's call it the seatbelt, that needs to relax down and wide. This is so important because in so many other languages, that exact muscle is always tensing and pulling up and in. So the very first step is learning to let that go. Okay, next up, the throat. And the best way to think about this is to picture a huge, heavy church bell. To get that deep, ringing sound, you don't lift the bell up, right? No, you pull the rope down. It's the same thing in your throat. This downward pull actually swings your larynx or your voice box forward, and that opens up a ton of space for resonance. It is the physical opposite of that high, tight feeling you get in a lot of other languages. So we have these two pieces, but how do they fit together? That brings us to the secret ingredient, the one concept that really locks this whole system into place. It's a concept called directional tension. Now, don't let the technical name fool you. Think of it like this. It's not the quick effort you make for a specific sound, like a T or a K. It's more like the constant, low-level muscular hum that's always on in the background. It's the resting state, the permanent engagement that defines the entire posture. And this slide right here is the heart of everything. For most languages in the world, the system is up and forward. The tongue pushes up and forward, the throat pulls up and back. It creates a higher, tighter sound. American English, it's the complete opposite. The tongue actively pulls down and back, while the throat pulls down and forward. It's a fundamental 180-degree reversal of muscular direction. And the crucial thing to get is that this isn't just for a few tricky vowels or something. This posture is for everything. Every single sound, from your vowels to your consonants, has to start from and return to this foundation.
This is the non-negotiable home base for every sound you make. It is the posture.
Okay, so this might sound a little weird. We have these two opposing forces, the tongue pulling back and the throat pulling forward. How on earth do they work together? What stops the whole thing from just falling apart?
Well, they don't fall apart. They actually link up and brace against each other to form something called the stabilization column. This is the structural lock. When the tongue pulls back and the throat pulls forward, they meet in the middle, and they create this single, unified, and incredibly stable core right in the center of your voice. And the job of this column is absolutely critical. It basically becomes an immovable anchor in your mouth. It's always engaged, always on, providing a super stable base. This is what allows the tip and the sides of your tongue to move freely and quickly to make words, all while the core posture never breaks. It resists the pull from all those other sounds.
So, let's wrap this all up. We've talked about a lot of moving parts. What does this all mean for you? Let's look at the big picture here.
Here's the most important takeaway from all of this. You have to stop chasing individual sounds. You'll never get there that way. It's like trying to hang pictures on a wall before you've even built the house. Instead, you have to first build the physical house, that stable, foundational posture where all those sounds can finally live correctly.
And that leaves us with one final question, something to completely reframe how you approach this. If an accent is, at its core, a set of physical habits, is learning a new one really a mental game, or is it a physical one?